My journey had taken me through the distant lands of the north, when in one of its forgotten libraries, I came across a mention of a small, mysterious temple village nestled at the foot of a sacred mountain. Its history was tied to a place guarded by generations of priests and highly trained samurai, and to a book whose contents were never meant to leave the temple walls. Shizukawa. At the highest temple, an ancient book of knowledge was kept. For generations, scholars had recorded within it the discoveries, teachings, and secrets of the masters who came before them. Over time, it became Shizukawa's most precious treasure because of the knowledge that could be found nowhere else. One day, Liu Fei, a Khitan sorcerer and scholar, came to Shizukawa. For years, he had traveled in search of answers to questions that would not leave him in peace. His own research had led him here. Liu Fei possessed knowledge that the scholars and priests of Shizukawa needed, and they possessed answers he had been searching for all his life. The priests agreed to let him see the book, but they allowed him to read only a fragment. No one knows what Liu Fei saw upon its pages. It is known only that after reading the fragment, he remained silent for a long time. He did not try to take the book, nor did he reveal to the priests what he had understood. He left Shizukawa and continued on his journey, consumed by his own search. From that moment on, Liu Fei grew ever more distant from the world. He pursued the knowledge he had glimpsed in those few pages of the ancient book. Perhaps what he saw there was only the beginning. Perhaps the knowledge he sought so desperately would eventually lead him somewhere from which there could be no return. Until one day, he disappeared. No one knew where he had gone, nor what fate awaited him. But the story does not end with Liu Fei alone. Sometime later, the book of knowledge disappeared as well. There were no signs of a break-in. No one knows who took it, nor where it was taken. The people of Shizukawa believe that not all knowledge is meant to be known. Perhaps that is why the book disappeared. Or perhaps it was the final lesson it wished to leave behind. For knowledge may give a man answers, but only wisdom can teach him which questions should never be asked. Today, Shizukawa still stands at the foot of its sacred mountain. Its temple continues to watch over the village from above, and somewhere among those ancient walls, perhaps the answer to the question Liu Fei could never solve still remains. And so, I decided to see Shizukawa with my own eyes. I decided to follow the same paths Liu Fei had once walked. Shizukawa looked just as the old accounts had described it. as though remarkably little had changed.
文字がささがやく光落とせ闇の言葉
Life beneath the sacred mountain remained peaceful. People went about their daily lives, while priests and samurai still watched over Shizukawa. What surprised me most were the guards. The samurai still watched the paths leading toward the temple, even though the book they once protected was long gone. somewhere along these paths, Liu Fei had once made the same journey. I wondered whether, as he left Shizukawa, he already knew that something within him had changed. After visiting the spiritual place, one thought stayed with me. If the book truly chose the moment when it was meant to disappear, how can we know that one day it will not choose the moment when it is meant to return?